Good evening, everybody. We're so happy you're here. So, most of you probably know that this trip, this show actually, was going to happen in another part of America. Not on the mainland, but in Puerto Rico. And we're so happy that you all have come tonight to support not only the MAPS program, PVPA, and certainly the ultimate concern that we've all had with those who have been impacted by the earthquakes in Puerto Rico. So thank you so much for coming. As many of you know, we were due to take 15 students on the 27th of January down to Puerto Rico, and we had to cancel that trip. So this is the fantastic Plan B that we're really happy you're all taking part in. As many of you know, the MAPS program has been partnering with PVPA for 14 years now. This was the first trip such as this that we were attempting, and we did a lot of work. The families have been incredible, the students, of course, magnificent, and the great teachers, Ilana, who works for MAPS, just a lot of lifting to get here, and we're really happy to be doing this for you all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over to Matthew and Rahul, who actually have been teaching the class at PVPA the last 3 weeks. And again, just thank you for coming.
Thank you, Tom. So I just want to, for those of you that are just coming in off the street, maybe you're not a part of the PVPA community, we want to welcome you to this festivity and let you know a little bit about how the MAPS program works. As Tom said, he founded this program at PVPA 14 years ago, and the idea is very simple, yet beautiful. So you take poetry written by students at another school, they're part of a poetry writing program, and they learn how to perform the poetry, and they're writing, digging down into the stuff of their lives, right? The emotion, the ups and downs, what it is to be a teenager, the politics that's going on around them, whatever's happening in their neighborhoods, and they write all this down and give it to us. And we take those poems and distribute them to our kids, and they take, they're drawn to certain ones, and they take these poems and they turn them into original pieces of music. And so traditionally what's happened is that we partnered with a school up in Harlem, and it's been that way for the last 14 years and been brilliant. Last year I had the pleasure of going down to Puerto Rico, to Añasco, where there is a beautiful school, Alcides Figueroa School, which is a bilingual school out on the western part of the island. Met with an English teacher there, and she said, I am on board. I need to be a part of this thing. I showed her some of the video clips of the previous performances. And she said, this is something that would be phenomenal for our kids. And of course, we jumped at the opportunity for bringing our students down to the island to just share this sort of cultural exploration, artistic exploration and exchange. And of course, the earthquake happened. All the schools on the island were shut down, and they had to wait one by one while the government inspectors went and inspected the schools and opened them up. Well, we were sort of waiting and biting our nails because we had come up with, their brilliant, brilliant poems. We had written, really, the music, you'll hear what's happening musically with these kids. It is something absolutely astounding. In the, 5 or 6 years or so that I've been doing the MAPS program, I've never heard music like these kids have created this year. And so we were so excited to bring it down there, but the time came, we had bought our tickets, we had bought all of this stuff, and the school had still not yet opened. So we said, all right, this is a bittersweet moment. There's nothing we can do. Mother Nature has other plans for us sometimes. And so what are we gonna do? How do we turn this into something positive? And so we had this wonderful partnership with Rachel and Gateway City Arts here. Please give it up for them. Big round of applause for them. And they said, we would love to host an event here, which is now going to be a fundraiser. And the money that we raise tonight will be sent down directly to organizations working on the ground with people in Ponce and that whole area that has been most deeply affected by this. And so we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for coming out here. What more is there to say? I'm going to turn it over to my brother Rahul, brother from another mother.
Matthew King, Tom Willits. So, just a few very short words. First and foremost, as I experience every single day, and probably today more than many other days, one has to reach down really, really, really deep sometimes to find what it is that we're really made of. And when I say that, I mean we don't always find what that is until we're pushed to it and we don't have any other choice. You know, we have convenience sometimes, and we have luxury sometimes, and sometimes we don't know really what that means until we have to separate it from necessity, from just breathing, keeping your head above the water. And in my experience, in my life, and with these phenomenal individuals, but mostly with these amazing kids, I gotta tell you, I've been doing this a long time, man. These kids are the real deal. They do not let it rest. They are going to find it, and they're gonna hold a mirror to you, and you're gonna look inside, and you're probably not gonna dig what you see. And then you have to do something about it, and then we do the same thing for them and go, hey, this is what I'm seeing, you know. So it's a beautiful, beautiful process. And we really, I think, as Matteo said, really honored these amazing poems with absolutely fantastic composition and arrangements, but mostly just so much heart and so much love. Please give it up for these children, please. Absolutely. That's all I got. You got anything else?
Yeah, just somebody that we can't possibly forget, and that's Janet Nieves, and down at our partner school in Puerto Rico, who has been so great to work with. And so to give you a little bit of an idea, instead of the poets actually being here, they will be here on this screen. We had a video crew down in Puerto Rico a week ago when the school was still closed, so we had to find a space. The students came, and then in most cases, they read their poems. There were a few that couldn't make it, literally couldn't get to this place where we were doing the videotaping. So there's some of the students who read other students' poems. But what you're gonna see is a poem rendered here on the screen that is, these are our Puerto Rican student partners. And then we will have the PVPA MAP students come up on stage and perform the song, and we'll go back and forth. So we're getting as close as we can get, but anyway, she made so much happen for us in Puerto Rico. They are so disappointed that we're not there, but we are videotaping this performance. This videotape will go to them, and then they're gonna have a big communal event, and they're going to play the video for everybody there to experience this like we do. So that's a great thing.
All right. So let's get the show started.
Hi, my name is Mara Vélez, and I'm going to be reciting Call the Plague Doctor, God Save Peñuela, written by Alexandra. Doctor, dear doctor, what do you have for me? Will you cure with your magic salts brought from the seas? Or will it be the herbs brought from France? Or roses said to cure all but romance? Doctor, dear doctor, though ash fills the skies, I can already hear our joyful cries. I know you will find a way to keep the Black Death at bay. Doctor, dear doctor, why isn't it working? You don't answer, even though I keep asking. The ashes only seem to grow. Why are you filled with sorrow? Doctor, oh doctor, why do you weep? The Reaper seems to be calling me. Darling, don't cry. I know that you try. Thank you.
Do you have for me? Will you cure with your magic salts brought from the sea? Oh, will it be the herbs brought from France? Oh, roses said to cure all but romance. Doctor, darling, don't cry.
Well, hello, my name is Villanis Nicole Feliciano Caban. I am 17 years old and I study at the bilingual Alcides Figueroa School. And today I'm going to recite my poem, which is called Blood Trinity Island. All my life, I've been oppressed, watching my country fight for freedom. Heart hurts, heart heals, but my mind is aware that in the deepest ocean, the real story still remains. I'm a bloody island. In the past, many lives were lost, but in my veins the Trinity flows, the pride of being formed by the United. I am a great Taino chief, leading a Yucayeque, teaching how to live, learning how to survive. I am a Spanish conquistador. I chase hearts and destroy souls, exhibiting my outer beauty, exhibiting my inner evil. I was ripped from my Africa, but I'm no longer a slave. I am fighter. I am proud. We work with sacrifice. That's my culture. Feeling the breeze that combs my hair. Seeing the sun die to produce the best sunsets. Hearing when the ocean calls out and smelling the green grass release its aroma. That's my culture. I am Puerto Rican. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Suheli Vega. I am in 12th grade, and today I'll be reciting a poem I wrote called United. Puerto Ricans are different from the rest. We sing, we dance, and give our best. From bomba to plena to salsa and reggaeton, we dance all day till we can't feel our bones. The island is small, but yet so big. Everyone in the world knows what we, the people, did. On July 26th, the governor resigned. He answered our claims because he knew he was out of line. From Residente to Ricky Martin and then Bad Bunny, they came to the island to let the world know that the chat wasn't funny. They marched and marched even if it rained. They fought for respect until it was obtained. He asked for forgiveness and if he could stay, but the people were fed up and marched for days. You could feel our vibes when you walked out the streets, but after all, the ending was bittersweet. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, and.
Everybody knows what the people did. We got it small and get so big. Everybody knows what the people did. July 26th, the governor resigned because he knew he was out of line. He answered our claims because he knew he was out of line. But they marched and marched, even though it rained, and they fought for the stand until it was obtained. Marched and marched, even though it rained, and they fought for respect until it was obtained, You could feel the vibe when you walked down in the street, but after all the ending was bittersweet. Yeah, it's small and it's so big. Everybody knows what the people did. Yeah, it's small and it's so big. Everybody knows what the people did. July 26th, the governor resigned because he knew he was out of line. He answered our claims because he knew he was out of line. They marched and marched, even though it rained, and they fought for respect till it was obtained. They marched and marched, even though it rained, and they fought for respect till it was obtained, was obtained. Oh, they marched and marched, even though it rained, they fought for respect till it was obtained. Oh, they marched and marched, even though it rained, they fought for respect till it was obtained, was obtained.
You know, I see this small person over here dancing. We've got a lot of floor space up in here, so if anyone feels like coming and dancing, we invite you to it. It's a celebration.
Hello, my name is Julissa Crespo Ramos. I don't know if the poem I wrote previously was showcased, but if not, I'm a 10th grader student in the bilingual school Alcides Figueroa from Añasco, Puerto Rico, and I'm here to recite a poem called Break Your Mask by a fellow partner of mine named Janine Rios. And it goes like this. Putting on a mask like a clown, you hide your true face, fixing yourself to fit in, yet it's your soul that cracks. Being different is ugly. You can only be like the rest. judged for who you are, or for what you want to be. Society says bigger is better, thinner is beautiful, natural is beautiful. Cover up those imperfections. Broken soul, never fixed, never enough, never beautiful. There's imperfection in perfection, beauty in the different. Break that mask you hide behind. Show your true face. Thank you.
Society says Pedro is beautiful, but society says cover up those imperfections.
Society says natural is beautiful, but society says fix yourself to
There's imperfection in perfection, beauty in the different. Break that mask you hide behind. Show your true face.
putting on the mask like a clown. You hide your true face. Broken soul never fixed.
Fixing yourself to fit in, yet it's your soul that cracks. Yet it's your soul that cracks. There's imperfection in perfection. You
Hi, my name is Wilma Torres. I am from Añasco, Puerto Rico. I am in 12th grade, currently in Alcides Figueroa School, and I'm going to be reciting my poem, I Dance, I Sing. From the Taino Indians, to the Spanish colonizers, to the African slaves, I dance, and sing in your name. Thank you for the soil, the stars, and the sky. Thank you for the wonderful music. I sing and dance. Thank you for the stories that I shall tell my kids. Thank you for giving me such beautiful things. Oh, I dance, I dance and sing in your name. Letting the whole world know your name. Letting the gods know I pray for those souls that protected my beautiful Borinquen so long ago. The instruments go pam, pam, pam. My heart goes bam, bam, bam. Beautiful music. Can't you hear it play? It's the sound of my ancestors dancing and singing the worries away. Oh, I dance and sing in your name. To the sound of chains breaking free. To the sound of fire clearing the path. To the sound of bad things coming to an end. Oh, I dance and sing in your name. To the sound of riots calling out to the world. To the sound of justice not being served. To the sound of prayers not being heard. Oh, I dance and sing in your name. Letting the whole world know your pain. Letting the truth come to life. Dancing and singing in the middle of the night. Oh, I dance and sing in your name. Letting my movements slowly come to an end. Letting my prayers and voice set free. Letting my ancestors finally rest in peace. Thank you.
And I dance and sing in your name. Let the whole world know your name. Letting the gods know that I pray for those souls that protected my beautiful body again. Thank you for the soil, the stars in the sky. Thank you for the wonderful music I sing and dance. Thank you for the stories that I still tell my kids. Thank you for giving me the beautiful things. I dance and sing in your name. Let the whole world know your name. Letting the gods know that I pray for those souls that protected my beautiful body again so long ago.
Hi again, my name is Wilma Torres. I don't know if my poem was presented before this one, but oh well. I'm going to be presenting a poem called Meaningless Fight by Orlando Resto. This is it, the final battle. A clown and a king, the world doesn't matter. The fool, the royalty, they all turn their backs to see. These peasants are fighting for the iced tea. A quarter, a penny, oh what a deal. There really isn't any stop, because these fools don't know what's a real meal. Old MacDonald had a farm. Is the king a bigger clown? But the clown doesn't fall far from the tree, because the happy meal isn't really happy. But as ridiculous as these two are, McDonald's and Burger King are in a brawl. But the true laugh of all is that Wendy's isn't a spectator to all.
Okay, now smile and say cheeseburger. Cheeseburger. Smile, smile, say smile. Smile. Okay.
Final battle. Clown and the king. The world doesn't matter. The fool, the royalty. The fool, the royalty. They all turn their backs to see. These peasants are fighting for the iced tea. A quarter, a penny, ooh, what a deal. There really isn't any stop. These fools don't know what's a real meal.
The Whopper, the king-sized burger you only get at Burger King. Groovy. Take the drive to Burger King, home of the Whopper. The burgers are bigger at Burger King.
This is it, the final battle, clown and king. This is it, the final battle, clown and king. World doesn't matter.
The Happy Meal isn't really all that happy. True life of all. At Wendy's, the spectator to all.
This is it, the final battle, clown and king. World doesn't matter. This is it, the final battle, clown and king. World doesn't matter.
At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call a single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun.
Hey, where's the meat? I don't think there's anybody back there.
You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
Hello, my name is Jalil Lopez, and today I'll be talking about my poem, which is called Spanish Conquest. It's basically about how the Spaniards destroyed the Tainos, caciques, and all their stuff. Spaniards came from distant lands with galleons and weapons, but no one could ever imagine that the Tainos would perish. Boracay, lively and plentiful island. Pristine waters and white sands, with its mountains so grand. Tainos were a passive people, protectors of the land. Matabay loved them so, their kindness was so grand. Tainos were quite happy people until they arrived. They took away their joy, leaving them deprived. Tainos were decided, Caciques were inspired, but the Spaniards stood the fire, stealing all their desires.
The Spaniards came from distant lands with galleons
Hey, my name is Vanessa Achenfor. I'm 14 years old, and today I'm going to be reading Colors Flying High by Jerica Baez. When I hear my name, it's not my own. Is the boy staring at me behind the mirror just mind play? To them, to you, his reflection does not match. Like a ripple in the water, he seemed to fade away. His body was liberty, unlike the prison of my own, trapped within the gift Mother gave me. Mother, I beg forgiveness. You wouldn't have known. One chooses a color to live by, and she is not cut out to be my true identity. When I can't know one else, the guy that lives inside me, the one that allows me to make myself free. To the boy awaiting to come out, alone and scared, Augustine roams. I know all he wants to do is no doubt, but as long as he's me, he'll never be alone. Thank you.
When I hear her name, it's not my own. Is the boy staring at me behind the mirror just my play? To them, to you, his reflection does not match. Like a ripple in the water, he seems to fade away. His body was liberty, unlike the prison of my own. Trapped within the gift that Mother gave me. Mother, I beg forgiveness, you wouldn't have known. One chooses a color to live by, and she is not cut out to be my true identity. Why can't no one else see the guy that lives inside me, the one that allows me to make myself free? His body was liberty, unlike the prison of my own. Trapped within the gift that Mother gave me. Mother, I beg forgiveness, you wouldn't have known. To the boy awaiting to come out, alone and scared, Augustine roams. I know that all he wants to do is doubt, but as long as he's me, he will never be alone. When I hear her name, it's not my own. It's the boy staring at me behind the mirror, just my play. To them, to you, his reflection does not match. Like a ripple in the water, he seems to fade away. Whoa. Like a ripple in the water, he seems to fade away.
Good afternoon, my name is Leandra Lugo. I'm an 11th grade and I will be reciting The Union Prevails. It was a mournful morning, devastation to be stole, tempestuous and ferocious, she was an unwanted visitor. Waterfall of tears, deteriorate heart, broken home, broken life. Oh, what a nightmare was about to start. The poor eating bread comes, government holding by supply. 10 hours making a line just to get a little of gasoline. No thought in my head, only thinking about the dead. 64 days stay, I'm sure just counting the one in KJ. The government keeps the line even in this difficult time. 2,975 is the real number that didn't survive. Urine overflow our community as sand abound on our beaches. Unity entered our heart as Colon entered Puerto Rico. Thank you.
Was a mournful morning. Devastation took its toll. Tempestuous and ferocious. She was an unwanted visitor. Waterfalls of tears, deteriorate hearts, broken homes, broken lives. Oh, what a nightmare was about to start. The poor eating breadcrumbs. Government holding by supplies. 10 hours midnight. Just to get a little gasoline. Waterfalls of tears, deteriorate hearts, broken homes, broken lives. Oh, what a nightmare was about to start. Union overflowed our communities and floods on our beaches. Unity enter our hearts as flown after the brink. No thoughts in my head, only thinking about the dead. 64 deaths, they say. I should just counting the ones in Cayenne. Waterfalls of tears, deteriorate hearts, broken homes, broken lives. Oh, what a nightmare was about to start. Union overflowed our communities and floods on our beaches. Unity enter our heart as flown into the brink. Government keeps lying. In these difficult times. 2,975 is the real number that did not survive.
Hi, it's me again. I'm Wilma Torres, and I'm going to read a poem called Peace Within by Giancarlo Perez Talavera. Forever strong in front of what's wrong, endless is my determination, never gone. I will not be broken by another, because like me, there is no other. I can't be bought, for you have nothing I want. I can't be hurt, for your words have no worth. Don't test my patience, for I can get wicked. Or like Mr. Hyde, I can be far more vicious. I stay true to the values taught to me by others, the same which are never seen in others. I am Taurus, protector of my family. I am the wrathful dragon in deep slumber. You may confuse me for easy prey, the one that never gets away. But by the time you realize your mistake, I wonders who death shall take. It may sound dark, but that's okay. Now you know I'm the hunter and you're the prey, the one who never goes away, the one who always finds his way. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Vanessa Achenfor. I'm 14 years old. I'm in the 9th grade. I study in Arcidas Figueroa. And today I'll be rehearsing Our Black Flag by Jimmy Carrero. 55 San Jose Street. A flag with a meaning so bittersweet. Those who came saw its feet, but those who stayed felt defeat. Even though they had a promise, even though they had a plan, we all knew they weren't honest. They just stick it to the man. A fateful night then, for it came along, even though they did not belong. And on its night came into existence the Puerto Rican symbol of resistance. We all then stated, we'll never again be sedated. We'll never let them drag through corruption our black flag.
Even
Hi, my name is Maura Velez, and I'm in 11th grade, and my poem is titled Zombie. I don't feel alive, but I grow. I need air 'cause I'm suffocating, but I guess you'll never know. It's like I'm a walking zombie amongst the living. Sometimes I can't even hear my own breathing. It's funny, 'cause I hide it better than you think. I'm just like any other, but all I do is sing. My thoughts are my enemies, so I keep them close. They just remind me how far to go. I walk and I run, trying to go somewhere, but I'm stuck in infinity, going nowhere. It's black and it's white, dull every night. But maybe it will be bright one day. So bright, I'll have to dim the lights. Thank you.
Well, hello, my name is Julissa Crespo Ramos, and I'm going to be reciting a poem called The Golden Cookie, written by a partner of mine called Jonaira Perez Talavera. The Golden Cookie. Happy and free, filled with glee, jumping around from tree to tree. In El Yunque, my home, I'm as happy as can be. Been here for centuries, my heart is of gold. And the Tainos praised my caramel figure as so. Tiny body with a mighty sound, singing a song to my Puerto Rican people all around. Bachata, salsa, and merengue. You can hear when I speak. And bomba is definitely my easiest feat. Do not fear, Puerto Rico. I am not gone. Although endangered I am, I will keep bringing you joy wherever I stand. Now, at night, hear my music. Cookie, cookie. Thank you.
Jumping around from tree to tree. Now you came my home, I'm as happy as can be. I've been here for centuries. My heart is of gold, and the Tainos praised my caramel figure I saw. Now you came my home, I'm as happy as can be. Tiny body with a mighty sound, singing a song to my Puerto Rican people around. Bachata, salsa, and merengue. You can hear when I speak, and bomba is definitely my easiest feat. Now you came my home, I'm as happy as can be. Do not fear, Puerto Rico, I'm not gone. Although endangered I am, I will keep bringing joy wherever I stand.
Hello, my name is Alice Nicole Ramirez Soto. I am 17 years old and I study at the bilingual school Alcides Figueroa. Today I'm going to be reciting my poem, Borinquen. Red, blue, and white are the colors of her soul, one that cannot be controlled. And her fierceness is so unstoppable and cannot be held. Africans, Tainos, and Spaniards are the mixture of her children, who inherited a diversity that cannot be hidden. And like every child who abandons their mother, they live and seek a better life with wonder. Pure talent runs through her veins, and her soul is a party spirit that cannot be retained. A succulent bomba in plena emerged from within that will make everyone dance and grin. All of her is a paradise, one full of beauty, talent, and spice. She is strong, a soul without chains, and can face the worst hurricanes. She is Borinquen. Thank you.
2, 3, from the top and
One that can't be controlled, and the business is so unstoppable, it can't be held, and the business is so unstoppable. Nacidos de los españoles son una mezcla de sus hijos que generan la diversión. Y como cada niño que abandona a su madre se van y buscan una vida mejor. Eres Borinquen, eres Borinquen, eres Borinquen, su paraíso. Eres Borinquen, eres Borinquen, eres Borinquen, su paraíso. Your talent runs through her veins, and the song is a party spirit that can't be retained.